Saint Croix has some problems. We've been talking about problems in episodes 1 to 4. Problems are nothing to be terrified about. There's no I believe that there's no problem that we can't solve together when we put our heads together, when we talk to people who know about the problems and know the solutions. One thing that I have found running for the Green Party is when you rummage around in our policy manual, there are policies that the Greens have been talking about for years, kind of predicting the problems that are now upon us. And so I want to talk today about the 5 problems as someone who lives in the riding of St. Croix 36 for many years, problems that I see and perceive that we feel that we know exist that I want to work on from day one when I am your MLA. We've been talking about problems, like I said. So here's the 5. You might say, well, there's more problems than that. Yes, but these are kind of the big, hairy, audacious ones that I think we need to solve immediately. So the first thing that I want to work on, the biggest problem that I see, is the housing issue, unaffordable housing. People cannot find a home in one of our beautiful communities. They want to live here, but they can't afford it. It doesn't fit their budget. So what do I want to see? Affordable housing. There are measures, like I say, it's a complex problem, so there are complex solutions, but there are things like limiting how quickly and how much landlords can raise the rents. There are things like the provincial government, along with the other governments, municipal and federal, putting money into nonprofits like Habitat for Humanity, creating building incentives, things like that. We need to get more affordable housing for people who want it to fit their budget, and that is something I want to see happen. The second problem we have is people who are unhoused. That is different than affordable housing. Some people struggle to keep a home, and so what we want to see for those folks, and living in St. Stephen, we see homelessness is on the rise everywhere. There's an amazing book that just came out called Ending Homelessness in Canada. Again, the solutions are out there. What we want to see is people who struggle to keep a home can get what they need so that they can keep a home. So that does mean shelters in the winter. Winter is coming again. It always does. We want to see a shelter in St. Stephen and in our communities. We want to see transition housing for people who are on the cusp, and we also want to see treatment facilities for people who need treatment, and so that everybody can be safe and housed and sheltered always and whenever they need it. Third thing we want to see is primary care facilities, primary medical care. We want to see these team-based communities, community health hubs. I want to see one of those in our riding. They are popping up in different places. It is time St. Croix 36 had a place where there's doctors, nurses, other healthcare professionals working out of, so that people who need the care can get the care that they need. I don't have a family doctor. Our hospital is understaffed here in Charlotte County. We want to end that problem and make sure people can get care. And these primary team-based care facilities are the model that really works. We're going to get one here in Charlotte County. I'm going to work on that for sure. The next thing is affordable housing. That's number 4. People are using the food bank more than ever. The incredible people at the food bank are working hard. They can barely keep up. We want to see people stop having to use the food bank, and so do the people who work at the food bank. A lot of that is the green value of local farming, local food production. So what we want to see is more money, more help going to local food producers and farmers, getting those things to market. We love markets. They're amazing. They're wonderful. They don't have enough exposure. They don't have enough activity in terms of being able to get their food production out there. I subscribe to a food basket from a local farm. We'd love to see that as Greens on a massive scale, getting food out to everybody who needs it. And the fifth thing is safety. People are not feeling safe in their communities. Drug use happening, finding needles, break-ins on the rise. And so a large part of that is, of course, what I discussed yesterday. We need to feel safe, and taking the courthouse out of our local riding was probably thought to be a solution at the time by the Liberal government in 2015. It was a mistake. We need the courthouse. We need a courthouse back in our riding. And so I will work on that because we need victims and people who have been charged with a crime by the police to be able to appear before a judge like they're supposed to. We have a justice system that everyone needs to follow. But if they need to appear in court and they have to get to St. John and there's no transportation, they can't do it. This is contributing to what the RCMP and our community have described as catch and release. Where the RCMP has to follow the laws too. They don't make the laws. And so it's difficult for everyone when somebody is brought in and charged and then they need to be released and they need to get themselves to a courthouse. It's a problem that we can solve by once again having a courthouse in our own community and enough police officers to make us feel safe. When we need to call an officer, we know that they'll respond in a timely fashion, but of course they are stretched too thin right now. Those are the 5 things. 5, hold up your hand there, and you can remember over the next few months. What are the Greens for? What is Mark going to work on as our MLA? I will work doggedly to make sure these things happen so that we can have a better community and participate in the solutions together for our common good. It is Father's Day. I've gone overtime. I'm going to Earthfest today. So happy Father's Day. Happy Sunday. I will see you tomorrow, June 17th, where I want to talk about this idea of, is a green vote a wasted vote? We got to take that head on. All right. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me today. Feel free to leave a comment, message me directly, subscribe to this so you never miss